right, Aaron Katursky, are you there at the Democratic National Convention?
Yes.
Good. We heard you talking to your family. Hope all's well. And I think everyone can agree, either side of the aisle you're on, that Michelle Obama was the highlight of night number one.
Oh, no question. Her speech was a rallying cry in not only endorsing Hillary Clinton, but also subtly attacking Donald Trump. She said that the decisions that President faces cannot be boiled to 140-character tweets, and she never mentioned Donald Trump by name, but she didn't have to, as she raised questions about his temperament and his judgment, and said the only choice in the election is Hillary Clinton. She made mention of the history that will unfold here after the roll call later today, McGraw, when she said that her kids, her daughters, and sons and daughters everywhere will no longer think that a woman can't be president. I
also thought when she said that every day I wake up in a house built by slaves. It's a pretty powerful line.
It was a powerful line that even drew Mrs. Obama, it appeared, to near tears. She seemed to unleash some emotion and certainly political critique that had been pent up. It was an unusually political speech from her, but this may have been the moment, because it's going to be that support of the Obamas that Hillary Clinton may need to propel her forward.
All right, so the Bernie Sanders contingent, you were in the room the whole time. Did they cheer for Hillary? Did they only cheer for Bernie? What did they think about the whole night?
There was an inharmonious mix all night long of competition between Bernie Sanders supporters and Hillary Clinton supporters, and at times it really served, I think, to rouse the Sanders, the Clinton crowd, out of its slumber. The Hillary Clinton tried and true Democrats may not be used to the young guns of the Bernie Sanders crowd, and I think at first they were a little bewildered and even frustrated that the Sanders folks were making so much noise. So finally, they made a little noise themselves, and the room got a lot louder and a lot more energy to it. It was certainly not harmonious, and it may not be again today, because both names have been placed into nomination, and so both names will go through the roll call, and the more than 1,800 delegates that are here for Sanders will have their chance to have their voice heard once again.
It's almost like the Democrats are letting the Bernie Sanders flame sort of have their moment.
I think so, and I think that's by design. Sanders was given the prime speaking slot on the opening night of the convention. That was done to help placate supporters. The platform is thought to be more progressive than ever. That was done to help placate Sanders supporters. The Sanders supporters themselves have not been whipped into shape. I don't know that there's any whipping to do, but right. I think it's like letting the air out of the balloon to try to release some of the tension, though that tension was still on full display on opening night.
Yeah, so you were there all day. It looked like starting off it was going to be a very contentious day one. How bad did it get during the afternoon?
Look, during the afternoon it was ugly, and it started during the invocation. At the first mention of Hillary Clinton and a cascade of boos, so much so that the woman at the podium who was presiding over the convention, said, "I will respect you, but you have to respect me." And at one point she said, "Excuse me," as things got a little bit louder and more heated. And then it seemed to calm down. The Sanders campaign sent urgent messages to its supporters, urging them to check their behavior so as not to sully the reputation of Sanders or the movement. And then things got loud again when Sarah Silverman, who was a Bernie Sanders supporter and an insult comic, seemed unnerved by the Sanders crowd's catcalls, and she said, "You guys are being ridiculous."
Yeah, it was good stuff. Aaron Katursky, you'll be with us tomorrow, 6:50, to tell us all about it. Thanks for checking in.
Thank you.
You got it. Also today, by the way, Leslie